Today I will be reading chapter 4 of this book. Dragon Master's Roar of the Thunder Dragon. Okay, that's the name of the book. Chapter 4. A Parade of Dragons. Today's a beautiful day for a wedding. Anna cheered the next morning. There isn't a cloud in the sky, agreed Will. The Dragon Masters were outside the castle doors, ready for the wedding parade to begin. Each Dragon Master was wearing new clothes made by the king's tailor. Anna wore a yellow dress that shone like the sun. Bo wore a silky blue tunic with a wave-stitched onto it. Rory's dress was as red as fire with a high ruffled collar. Petra's green dress had long sleeves and a short train behind it. Drake looked down at his yellow shirt and brown pants. His new outfit was a lot like his old one, only neater and cleaner. I love how we match our dragons, Petra remarked. You look like a fire dragon, Princess Rory. Rory smiled. Thanks, she said. But can I be a fire dragon warrior instead? Of course you can, Petra replied. Griffith appeared. Places, everyone. The king and queen are coming. Rory ran to Vulcan, who was leading the parade. She climbed up and sat in the saddle. Puffs of gray smoke streamed from her fire dragon's nostrils. Drake picked up 2 buckets filled with flowers and ran to Worm's side. Worm stood next to Petra and her poison dragon Zara. Drake picked up 2 buckets filled with flowers and ran to Worm's side. Worm stood next to Petra and her poison dragon, Zara. Each of the Hydra's 4 heads was smiling. Behind them, the straps connected Kepri and Shu to the magical white carriage. Anna and Bo rode on their dragons. Just then, King Roland and Queen Rose stepped onto the balcony. The king wore his royal garments. Queen Rose wore a long white gown with red roses stitched all over it. Her eyes got wide when she saw the parade. Roland, what a lovely surprise. You know how much I adore dragons. The king and queen came out of the castle. King Roland opened the door of the carriage. After you, my dear, he said. Then they both climbed inside. Let the wedding parade begin, King Roland announced. The castle gates opened and the dragon stepped forward, led by Griffith. Villagers from Bracken and Arkwood clapped as the parade made its way to the wedding grounds. Vulcan flew into the air. Orange and red sparks shot from his nose. The crowd cheered. On the ground, Zara began to sing. Sweet tones drifted over the crowd. Now warm, Drake said, and his dragon's eyes began to glow green. Flowers floated out of Drake's buckets. They bounced and danced in the air like butterflies. kids jumped up to catch them giggling. The loudest cheer went up as Capri and Shu pulled the white carriage through the crowd. King Roland and Queen Rose waved to the villagers. Huzzah for King Roland! Huzzah for Queen Rose! Everyone cheered. Suddenly, without warning, the sky grew dark. A wind whipped up. Lightning flashed. "Take over!" Griffith yelled. "Take over!" "Take cover!" Griffith yelled. The villagers rushed to stand under one of the wedding tents. King Roland pulled Queen Rose away from the carriage window. A loud roar filled the air, a roar like thunder. Boom! Drake looked up. A hole made of purple, swirling energy appeared in the sky. Echo and her dragon swooped down from the hole. A baby lightning dragon flew behind them. "Lay low!" Drake yelled. So that's where I'm gonna leave off today.